Hello everyone and good day. Welcome to SPINPRO17.com and the SPINPRO Matrix Calculator. This brief video tutorial is for demonstration purposes only and entertainment purposes only. For proprietary reasons, unfortunately, we can't actually share the numbers with you, but we're going to go through a quick sequence and show you just how powerful, in addition to one of our other three methods or systems that we use the Matrix Calculator for, you can literally generate hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per week, and certainly should be able to make a minimum of $50 per half hour or more. In some situations, you'll make maybe a couple $100 per hour, and certainly it wouldn't take you an entire hour of play. The key is to get in and out and get off the wheel as quick as possible. Now, for many people, again, they comment on some wheels being rigged or tracking you. Even though we can't prove this, we're going to show you with our system, it prevents against, if that ever is a possibility of tracking, that it prevents against tracking because the wheel doesn't know where you're going next. Now, the other thing is when you have a few misses, it's only obvious. It's because it's random number generation. And our system is geared for us to be able to pick up on that and still be able to hit and turn a lucrative profit. The Matrix Calculator is designed specifically to be able to clear a set target profit that you desire for each spin, and eventually turning each spin into not only a profit, but you can literally lose 5, 6, 7, 8 spins in a row, hit your 9th spin, and you've just won all spins. You've turned every losing spin into a win. And certainly if you saw our other video, you will see how we've easily turned a $250 profit within an allotted half hour easily. And certainly, again, this is not one of the most powerful systems we have. We have 4. We've shown you a demo on one, and we're going to show you a demo on the actual street system. However, there are still 2 other systems out there, and once you become a member, you will have full videos and full tutorials exactly how to use it, how to use the calculator, and certainly it will be not only well worth the fees, but it will be well worth you having the consistency you deserve and certainly the profits that you desire. So we're going to jump right into it. Okay, the first thing is to know how to use the profit, to use the target profit desired per investment, and how to use the calculator to maximize and minimize, obviously, your play and maximize your potential of profiting. So again, with a bankroll, it depends on what you're using. If you're going to be using less than $1 base units, like your casino doesn't allow for anything less than $1, your bankroll has to be a minimum of 1,000 units. So obviously, it could be anything over 1,000. In our demonstration here, our base bet is $1. So we're going to use a bankroll of 1,000. If you have the opportunity to play with 25 cents or 50 cents, certainly you have to have a minimum of 1,000 units, but certainly a minimum of $500. Anything less than $1 bets, you must have a minimum of at least $500 or more. Not 300, not 200, not 40, not 50, and not 400. 500 minimum if you're using less than $1 chips. If you're using $1 chips or more, you have to have a minimum of $1,000. Now, when you plug it in, it's going to be units. So consider this 1,000 units. And because we're using $1 bets, it's going to be $1,000. And your target is going to be $10 plus or minus $1. And certainly once you've crossed 10, you log out of the casino and come back in. It's not because they're tracking you. Just want to get off the wheel. You want to take a break and come back. The purpose is to be able to make, or actually your motive is to be able to make a profit in the shortest amount of time. But what we want to do is we want to make at least a minimum of $10. And we find this is very easy to make. And this is going to be a very pivotal factor as well. Okay, and it's your desired target profit. Okay, meaning no matter how many spins you have, when you have a win, you would win the equivalent of whatever you've put in here or more. For this demonstration, and again, don't write these numbers down because they change. The invest amount are going to change based on what you're putting here. Okay, so for this, we're going to put in a target of $6 or 6 units. Okay, if it was 25 cents, it would be 6 units. Now, just bear in mind that if you're playing with 25 cents or you're playing with 50 cents, because in this situation, we're playing with $1 and we're looking for a 10 unit profit before we log out and log back in, that means it's $10. If you were playing with 50 cents, obviously it's not $10 in 10 units. It will be 20 units you need to make. Okay, and if it's 25 cents, you should make at least 30 to 40 units before you log out. Now we're going to set our base odds at 5 to 1 in this case. And of course, when we go to the wheel, it's going to give us a set of sequential numbers. And again, for proprietary reason, we can't really show you the numbers because it's not fair to the people who are paying and making hundreds and thousands of dollars per month. And this is a demonstration video. Once you get the actual videos from being a member, you will have the actual videos and all the tutorials and demonstrations and the odds, and you should have no problems making a minimum of at least, you know, 50, 100 bucks an hour or more. Let's go to a wheel and we'll start from there with the top. Okay, so we're starting with $1,000 bankroll. First we have to get a spin out of this, and the number 35 comes. So what we're going to do is we're going to input 35, and when you input the 35 as the current spin number, it's going to generate a sequence of numbers. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use that sequence of numbers, and based on what the calculator tells us, we are going to play those numbers. Now remember, there is little tricks here of when to increase beyond the calculator, and once you remember, you're going to see that. But certainly we're going to start with the time of 4:25 and show you how just quick and easy we're going to generate $50 within less than 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It could be anywhere between that, but if we're doing 50 bucks within 15 minutes, that means we're doing $100 in a half hour. So we're going to get cracking with this, and let's see how it and where it takes us. There may be some silence at times, and the only reason behind that is because we are, going through the motions. Okay, we had a miss, and that's not a problem because just like our other videos, sometimes it's better to actually miss early than to hit early, because you'll see why in the end. Okay, we had our first hit, we got back 66. See, we're our $18. Okay, so we're moving right along. Now what we're going to have to do, since we made our $10 target, we're going to close the wheel. Obviously, you want to take your breaks. Like I said, when you get your $10 target, you do want to take your breaks, and certainly that's going to be to your advantage. However, we're closing the wheel and opening it right back, so we don't spend a ton of time doing recordings. And we want to try to make 50 bucks in as short a period of time as possible. The fun thing is the calculator really does an amazing job because it protects your bankroll. Also tells you exactly what to play. Okay, got another win here. And we got back 84. Let's see where our bankroll is. We're a little bit behind. We're at $40 ahead. It's only been in 5 minutes that's been gone so far. Okay, so we're at folks, we started at 1,000. We're at 1,056. Just wanted to show you this. Okay. The calculator is showing 37, and I guess we must have made a mistake somewhere around here with our increments. Oh, actually with our payouts. But if we started with 1,000 at 425, the time is now 4:31, as you can see in the top right. In 6 minutes, we're $56 ahead. Do you think we're going to make $50 a half hour like we suggested? And I said in the beginning of this video that we should be able to make $50 within 15 minutes. So is your job paying you $56 in 6 minutes? Because certainly if that's the case, you probably don't need roulette. We're going to run this out, okay, to $100. What we're going to do is make another run at it and put in a new number. Gives you another sequence of numbers. The problem is I made a mistake when I had skipped over a number, and that just threw off the calculator. But if you were actually playing, even though you're looking at the calculator, of course you're way ahead. Okay, within 15 minutes or 5 minutes of play, you're still way ahead. You're over $40, but in actuality, you were at 50. Okay, and it's going to be climbing. We're at 68 already. Now, if you noticed, one thing we want to make clear again. Okay, we started at 425. Folks, look at the time. It's 4:33. In 7 minutes, you're $68 ahead. I don't know if the average person makes $20, $30 an hour standing working for an entire hour for $30 or $20. You've made $68 in only 7 minutes, and you haven't even strained your bankroll. Your bankroll is barely even touched. I know some people say, and we do have customers that say, you don't need more than $200 with your systems. We know that, but you want to have that coverage. You don't want to be playing with scared money. Play with too less of a bankroll than what we recommend. And when that happens, they get down and they start changing things. And that's when things go wrong. You have to stick to a system. Once you stick to our system, everything will go as planned. I mean, you may not necessarily have a winning situation all the time, but certainly you will be able to hit enough to be able to get you to that point, okay, where you're clearing a profit. And we want to just get to $100 here, even though our target was we said we want to make $50 within 10 minutes, and we certainly did that, without a doubt. Should be, let's see where we're at here. I'm back 48. You said the calculator is just a little bit off. We're actually ahead a little more than that, 88. We're actually ahead a little more than what the calculator has it at, and that's only because I had a mistake in the beginning, and I don't want to redo the video. We just don't believe in, just saying, well, because, it should be one thing that we're just going to change it and redo it. No, it is what it is. And we're going to close the wheel and reopen it. Again, please look at the time. Okay, 36. When did we start? We started 25 in 11 minutes, folks. 11 minutes. We're not even into a half hour. In 11 minutes, we're $88. What do you, again, think we're going to make an hour? We're obviously going to make over $100 an hour, and it's not taking us an hour. It's not even going to take us a half hour to make $100. I don't see why that wouldn't happen. Well, we'll find out. As long as you do what the calculator says. calculator has us as 84. We started at 425. Let's look at the time. Folks, we've made our $100. We started with $1,000 at 425. It is now 437. In 12 minutes, we are $100 ahead in 12 minutes. Our bankroll was never, ever tested. The highest bet we've made, and the highest bet we made, imagine that, was $28. That was the highest total bet. And we are $100 ahead in 12 minutes. So what do you think is going to happen in a half hour? Certainly in a half hour, we should be able to clear $150, $300 an hour. Is your job paying you $100 an hour? Or even better, $200 an hour? Because that's $1,000 a day if you played 5 hours a day. $30,000 a month. Okay? And $30,000 a month is, more than $250,000 a year. I think if you can play even 1 hour a day, you're going to make $200, which is $6,000 a month, $72,000 a year for an hour of your time. And your bankroll is not really even tested. So we've shown you, we've cleared $100. We've showed you 2 different ways of using this on our demonstration videos on our websites. And the other 2 are the most powerful systems. And we have not done demo videos on those. Once you become a member, every one of these systems and these secrets are going to be there for you. Now, let's just show you something. And this is what we want to try to project to you. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, if you take 14 and at 14 times 6 is 84. We're obviously more than 84. We're at 100 because we had a screw up here. But 14 times 6, which means you've won all 14 spins. Win, 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 win. And you're probably saying, well, that's not true. Well, it is. You did. You turned every spin into a win. You had 6 on each. You've gotten every dollar you've spent. Plus, you had a profit of $6 because that's what you asked for. You specifically asked for $6 profit on each spin. And if you take 6 and you multiply it by 14, you're going to get a total of $84. Which, believe it or not, because we had a screw up, it's actually $100. Okay, somewhere along here we, had a mistake, and obviously we probably put the wrong return down. But either way, even if this was the case, you've made $84. You've won every single spin. All 14 spins you've turned into wins. These losses all became wins. So you've gotten every single dime you've put out. And you have made a profit of $84. And it wasn't all in a 12-minute time frame. So you do the math. www.SPINPRO17.com. All you need is the matrix calculator. You're going to get 4 separate systems. The first one, believe it or not, being the most powerful. And then there's also the split number system. There's the quad system. And this being the street system. Certainly we hope this has been informative enough for you. And come visit us at www.SPINPRO17.com. And we stand behind what we say about wagering with confidence and profit with consistency, because we truly deserve to be recognized as one of the outfits out there, if not the only one, who will not trade our honesty and integrity for anything. You're not just a dollar sign or a paycheck. You're actually a human being that's going out there working hard to put your money out there to play and win. You're not going to beat every single casino or beat every single spin, but certainly with our system, you're going to have a huge edge. We would like to finally close by making a very important statement to all of you. And the important statement is, some people have said, hey, people make all these videos and you guys should make some videos and use real money and stuff like that. Let me just make this clear to you. When you use a casino and you play with a live dealer and you're using live real money, does that casino, if you were the owner of the casino, do you want people to see that they're beating you? Do you want the world to see they're using a system, how the system is being used, and how they're beating you? Then that means you're going to shut down because you're going to keep getting beat. There's no casino that's going to give you permission to use a live dealer and use real money and say, okay, here, show the world how you beat us. Nobody wants that. So rather than have legalities and have legal issues, We put out the methods. We show it to you. You go out there. Don't be afraid. As long as you have the bankroll, the money management set up, you're going to go out there and you're going to make the money that you want to make. And we're going to show you one last thing, which is, again, our money management schedule is second. Okay, we'd like to show you something here. Each of our customers, once you're a paying customer, you're going to get a couple of different money management schedules. Okay, and this is very important. Believe it or not, regardless, even if you have $1,000 or more, even if you were using $500, on day one you need to make $40. On day two it's $40.80. Forget about the 80 cents. Just round it up to $1. Well, I'll tell you what. This may seem like small money to some of you, and then to some of you this may seem like very good money. But in the beginning, it's looking really small, 40, 40, 44, 45, and you're saying, hey, I'm just going to make $40 for the day and that's it? Sure. You know what this comes down to? We can't show you the rest of the numbers, but you know what this comes down to? In 30 days, you're going to have $1,622 or more profit on top of your $500 bankroll. This will all be courtesy of the casino. That's their money. Now you're going to have a bigger bankroll. And once you have a bigger bankroll, now you go after the bigger fish. Now here's a little glimpse of the bigger fish. This one, it's 80, 81, 83, 84, 86. You may feel it's meaningless, but I'll tell you what. The highest total bet you're going to have to make, or total bet, the highest total returns you're going to have to make on any given day is your 30th day with a $1,000 bankroll. The 30th day of the month, you're going to have to make $147. We just showed you in our video that you've made $100 in 7 minutes. You made 107 minutes. Now you've got to make 147 for the entire day. You have the entire day to do that, much less 7 minutes. And if you do that in 30 days, you will have a profit of $3,245 minimum. This is minimum. You're probably going to have closer to $4,000 when it's over. Okay? In a 30-day period. And then still your $1,000 bankroll on top of that. So you're going to end up with at least 4,000 and change. Okay? 4,300 and change in a 30-day process. And that's just making whatever the daily targets are that we give you. And certainly you're going to make that. You've made this $80 day one. You've seen that, and just when we were using this alone, okay? Look, you're at $100, okay? Certainly. And it didn't even take us 10 minutes to do that. So would you have crossed that 80? Sure you would have. And that's it. Tomorrow you just have to make 81, and so forth. And as you add it up, believe it or not, it's going to come into play where you're going to end up with $3,200. So once again, we tell you, www.SPINPRO17.com. Come get our matrix calculator and go out there and make the money you truly desire. Good luck. See you on the other side.